Okay. So can everybody see my screen okay? Yes. Okay, great. Okay, so today's going to be the first lesson. This is for chapter math counts, kind of like an introductory course with some topics. So first topic today we're going to be talking about is bases, or all your bases. So initially you have your first bases. So if you can count to 9, you know the first base, which is base 10. So 0 to 9 is base 10. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in base 10, which is like our basic counting numbers, you see that 9 is always going to be the largest digit. So like right here, if you could count to the first 20 numbers in base 10, so just see if you guys can write out the first 9 numbers in base 10, let's say. So just see if you can answer the first 9 numbers in base 10 in the chat box right here. So just like type out the first 9 numbers in base 10. See, I'll do it. 1, 2. Yeah. So nice job, Jing, Xing. So those are the first 9 numbers in base 10, and then as you see, when you go after 9, so if you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you don't count 10. Well, you do count 10, but like that's not the digit 10, so it's a little bit complicated. Okay, so first off, base 10, 9 is the largest digit. Okay, so if you can grasp the concept, in base 8, 7 is the largest digit. So for example, if you were counting out the digits in base 8, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then so in base 8, 7 is going to be the largest digit. So the next digit isn't going to be 8. It's going to be 10. Because you can't have 8, and you can't have anything larger than 8, so you have to have 10. And then it goes from there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then like 17. And then again, 17 is the largest digit, so then you have to go to 20. So see if you can count from 20 to up. So type out from 20 to 27, and then what number would you have after 27? So again, if you could mute yourself, that'd be great. Okay, right. So yeah, Zing and Shri and Robert, nice job. Again, it's after you go to your certain digit. So like in base 8, 7 is the largest digit. So after you go to 17, you can't have 18. So you go on to 20. Right. Nice job, guys. Okay. So like right here, in base 8, the largest digit you have is 7. So you can't go to 8. So you go to 10. And then 17, you can't go to 18, so you go to 20.
The numbers are 1 so. Then 10, 20.
Okay, onwards. Okay, so try this. Right, okay. So try this. In base 5, 4 is the largest digit. So let's just say write out the first 20 numbers in base 5. So first 20 numbers in base 5. I'll start them over here. So it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't have 5, so it goes on to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You can't have 15, so it goes on to 20. Oops, 20. And then 21, 22, 23, 24. And you can't have 25, so it goes on to 30. And it just continues like that, right?
Okay, base 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is base 5, base 4, base 8, base 18.
Okay. Right. So nice job, Robert, Xing, you guys. Again, it's basically you can't have anything greater than 4 since it's base 5. So once you get to 5, you skip down to 10. And then once you get to 14, you can't have 15 because you can't have any digit greater than 4. So you go on to 20 and then continue like that. Okay. So like in bases, probably base 2 is the most complicated base because you can only have the digits 1 and 0 and it gets a little harder. So let's just say write out the first, let's say 4 numbers. So write out the first 4 numbers in base 2. This one requires a little bit of thinking. First 4 numbers in base 2. Hang on, 0, 0 isn't counted as a number. So try again. All right, so nice job. Most of you have gotten it. So again, right, so 2 is a little bit complicated. You start out as 1, as usual, and then you can't say 2, so you have to go to 10. And then after 10, you can go to 11, which is acceptable. But you can't say 12 because you have a 2, so you have to go to 20. But you can't say 20 either because this is a 2, so you go to 100. Yeah, it's a little hard. Right, you go to 100. So that's a little bit complicated. So let's see. So what would be the 5th? So what would be the 5th number? What does that sound? Could you mute yourself? Right. If you're in, could you please mute yourself as well? Thanks. I can't seem to do it for some reason. Right. Nice job, guys. So the correct answer is yes, 101. Okay, onwards. So as you see, 1, you can't have 2, so it's 10. 11, you can't have 12, so it kicks up to 100, and then etc. Okay. So it gets a little bit harder from here. Okay. So what is the value of the number 32? So in normal terms, we know that 32 is 3 tens, so it's 10 plus 10 plus 10, because this is the tens digit, so 30, then 2. So that equals 32. But in base 8, it's a little bit different. So in base 8, instead of 3 tens, so like in base 8, instead of 3 tens, it's now 3 eights. So it's 8 plus 8 plus 8. Whoa, that turned out weird. Plus 2. Or it also equals 3 times 8 plus 2. So 32 in base 2 is 26 in base 10. Sorry, 32 in base 8 is 26 in base 10. So this equals 26. So 26. So this is base 10, while this is base 8. So like numbers in base 8 don't equal numbers in base 10. So like 32, remember it's 3 eighths, so 1, 2, 3, plus 2, which equals 26 in base 10. That's a little complicated. So I'll do in base 5.
Where did my screen display?
So 32 base 5 equals. So again, you have 3 is in the tens digit, so you have 3 fives. So
No,
5 plus 5 plus 5. And then 2's in the ones digit, so 2's fine. Which equals 17 in base 10. So again, 32 in base 5 is equal to 17 in base 10. So let me give wait, let me see, is there an example? Okay. So let's try this one. Let's try 14. What is the value of 14 in base 5 when you convert it to base 10? So 14 base 5, what is the value when you convert it to base 10? Sorry, my handwriting might be a little messy, but it'll get better. Okay, right, so nice job, guys. The answer is 9. So again, like initially, if you had 14 base 10, you just do 1 times 10 plus 4, which is equal to 14. But since it's base 5, you do 5 times 1, and it's 10 digit, plus 4, which equals 9, and then base 10. Oops, okay. Okay, so on to something a little bit harder. So using that same concept, 3-digit numbers also applies to that. So like, for example, 432. This is in base 10, so all counting numbers are in base 10, so this is 432 in base 10. So basically, since 4 is in the hundreds, it's 40 tens plus 3 tens plus 2. So again, 40 tens plus 3 tens plus 2. This is in base 10. So for example, oops, if we were to go to base 8, so 4, 3, 2, base 8, this would equal, instead of 40 tens, since it was base 10, now it's base 8, we do 48s. So 48s plus 3 8s, since this is 10s digit, plus 2, which equals a completely different number. Okay, which I don't have. Okay, so just remember the concept is, again, 40. It's now 40 instead of just 3. So 48s, 3 8s, and then a 2. So for example, again, in base 5, we have 438. If this was perhaps base 5, then it would be 45s, and then 3 5s, and then 2. So, okay. So base 10 addition is very simple in base 10. Basically, just base 10 is the numbers that we're familiar with. So like 2 plus 4 is 6, 2 plus 8 is 10, etc. Okay. So see if you can do the following addition problems in base 8. Or actually, let's just do this one. See if you can do 2 plus 6 in base 8. So what is 2 plus 6 in base 8? All right, nice job, guys. So again, initially, if you added 2 plus 6 together, they would equal 8. But since we're using base 8, we can't have any digits above 7. So we can't have any digits above 7. So after 7 comes 10. So 10. So that would be equal to 10. Okay, see if you can do 3 plus 7, base 8. 3 plus 7, base 8. Okay, so 3 plus 7 equals, these are all both base 8, base 8. Okay, so when you add 3 to 7, it goes over 8 because 3 plus 1 is 8. So it goes over 8 by 2. It equals 10 initially, but you can't have 10 since it's above 8. So right, it's 2 above 8, so you carry 1, and then 2 becomes 12. So that's like a little hard to grasp, but like since you can't go above 7, once you reach 8, you have to carry on 1 to keep it still below 8. So it equals 12. We'll come back to that though. Okay. So let's just say do 3 plus 3 and base 5. 3 plus 3 in base 5. Right, the correct answer is 11. Nice job, guys. So again, 3 plus 3 equals 6, but since you have it in base 5, you can't have any number greater than 5. So you have to subtract 5 and carry 1. So 6 is equal to 5 plus 1. And then this 5 can't be there because it's in base 5, so 5 turns into 10. Then plus 1 equal to 11. So like going back, what was it? 3 plus 7 in base 8, I believe. Right, 3 plus 7 in base 8. Initially it equals 10, but 10 is greater than 8, so that won't work. So you do 8 plus 2, and then 8 becomes 10, so it becomes 10 plus 2, which gives you the answer of 12. Okay, so using that thought, try 3 plus 4 in base 5. All right, nice job, guys. Most of you got 12. So again, 3 plus 4 base 5. This equals 7 initially in base 10 if you just add them together. But 7 is greater than 4, so you can't have that. So you set 7 equal to 5 plus 2. And then 5 becomes 10 because you have it in base 5. 10. It carries 1 basically, plus 2, which is equal to 12. Okay, finally, just real quick, this one should be easy to you now. What is 2 plus 3 base 5? So 2 plus 3 base 5. All right, nice. Most of you got it. So this one should be nice and easy. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. You can't have 5 in base 5, so that carries on to a 10. Nice job, guys. Okay, so addition problems in base 2. Like I said, base 2 is like maybe the most complicated of them all. So see if you can do these 3. So it might be a little bit harder since base 2 is one of the more complicated ones. So see if you can do these 3 in base 2. So remember, you can't have the digit 2. And whenever you do, you have to carry 1. All right, nice. Good job to the woes who got the first one, but I'll explain it real quick. So the first one is 1 plus 11 in base 2. So we can just write it out like this, 11, base 2. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. Since we can't have 2, since it's base 2, we can't have anything greater than 2. We carry 1, and this is 0 because 2. And then this one also is 2. 1 plus 1, since we carried 1, also is 2. So we can't have that, so we carry another 1, and it equals 100. So see if you can do 10 plus 10 using that same like ideology. So like 1 plus 1 is 2. You can't have 2, so you carry 1, and then 2 becomes 0. And then 2 again, you can't have 2, so you carry another 1, it becomes 0, and then 1 comes down. So see if you can use that again to solve the second one. Right, nice job. I see most of you have gotten it. So fun fact, also base 2 is called binary, and it's used in a lot of computer coding. So it's computer language. But anyway, so we have 10 plus 10. Again, so we can like write it like this. Addition. So 0, 0, no problem. We'll carry that down. So again, 1 plus 1 is 2. We can't have 2, so we have to carry 1. This becomes 0, so it's 100. So like in base 2, 10 plus 10 is equal to 1 plus 11. Isn't that crazy? Base 2. Okay. So try the last one now, which is a little bit harder. (11 plus 11 in base 2). Okay, nice job to the guys who got it down here. This one's a little bit harder, so I'll walk you guys through it again. So 11, 11 plus. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is 2. You can't have 2, so the 2 carries 1 over here, and then this becomes 0. Now you have 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. So again, 3, you can't have 3 since it's greater than 1 and you're using base 2. So 3, you minus 2, so 2 of 3 carry. So and then 3 minus 2, you're left with 1. Because initially it was 3, and then in this 3, 2 carries over here, and then 1 comes down here. So nice job, Robert, Xing, you guys. You get 1, 1, 0. So again, 1 plus 1 equals 2. So this is like a parentheses 2. But this 2, since it's base 2, you can't have 2, so this carries up here. So this 2 comes up here. And the next spot digit, and this is 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. You also can't have 3, though, because it's base 2. So 3 carries 1 over here to the next spot, and then 3 minus 2, you're left with 1 over here, and then 1 comes down, so it's 1, 1, 0. So again, base 2 is a little bit harder since you don't have as many digits to work with, and you almost have to carry it every single time. So this is wrong, so you can ignore that. Okay. So now it's a little bit easier. So this is a 2014 math counts problem. So what is the value of 1 plus 1 written in base 2? See if you guys can solve that one. Right, nice and simple. 1 plus 1 initially equals 2. You can't have 2 since it's base 2, and you can't have anything greater than 1, so carry 1 becomes 10. Nice. So that's a math counts problem. Nice job, guys. Okay, additional problems. So let's all first work on the first one. So what's 2 plus 2 base 5? So what is 2 plus 2 base 5? Right, nice. So since it's 2 plus 2, it equals 4. And 4 is less than your base, you just don't have to mess with it. It's just a really simple addition problem. You get 4. So again, if it's less than your base and you don't have anything higher, you don't even have to worry about it. Just write down your answer. Okay, so let's try 4 plus 4 in base 5. Sorry about that. All right, nice job, guys. We got it down here. The answer is 13 again. So initially we added together, really simple, it equals 8. But since we're in base 5, you can't have any digit greater than 4. So 8 doesn't work. So 8 equals 5 plus 3. And then this 5 gets turned into a 10 because base 5 plus 3, and it equals 13. Okay, next one. So 32 plus 13 base 5. This one's a little bit harder. Okay, nice job to the 5. I think you got it down here. But this one's a little harder still. So I'm gonna work it out for you guys real quick. So 32 plus 13, you can't do that like in your head, 4 plus 4, 8. So let's just write it out. 32 plus 13. Okay, so 32 plus 13, so we start from the front ones digit. 3 plus 2 equals 5. But we're in base 5, so we can't have a 5. So we'll just erase that 5. And then that 5 carries on up here. So it's since it carries up here, it becomes 0. The 5 carries up here, 1 up here. So 3 plus 1 plus 1. This also equals 5. But since you can't have 5 here, since it's base 5, it again carries to the third digit. It becomes 0, since 5 minus 5 is 0. And it comes down here, and you have 100. So again, to re-emphasize, 3 plus 2, 5. You can't have 5, base 5, so you carry that 5. 5 becomes 0. If it was a 6, then you would carry 5, and then you'd have 1 remaining, so that'd be a 1. But since you have a 5, it's 0. And again, 3 plus 1 is 5, so you can't have a 5, so you carry again to the third digit. This becomes 0, 1 comes down. Your answer is 100. Okay, so let's do the last one. 12 plus 34 in base 5. See, a lot of you guys had it ready. Nice, thanks. Oh wait, was I not talking? Okay. Okay. So again, I worked it out for you guys. You saw it 101. Okay. So do the first one, 2 plus 2 base 8. It should be really simple for you guys. Right, so like I said, if there's nothing to worry about, don't worry about it. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. Base 8, nothing to worry about, so you just write your answer of 4. Okay, so see if you guys can do the next one, 4 plus 4 and base 8. Right, nice job, guys. This equals 8. And since you have it in base 8, it can't be 8, so it carries 1 to the 10s, and it becomes 10. Okay, next, moving on. 5 plus 5, base 8. Okay, nice, guys. Who got it? The 5 down here. Again, I'll explain it real quick. So 5 plus 5. If you don't mind anything, it equals 10, because we all know addition. And then base 8, you can't have anything higher than a 7, and 10 is higher than 7, so you can't just write it down. So 10 is also equal to 8 plus 2. And then this 8 becomes 10, so 10 plus 2, which equals 12. And then that's what most of you down here got. Okay. And then a little bit of a harder one, 66 plus 12 and base 8. You're probably going to have to write this one like this before you add it together. Again, remember, instead of 10 carrying, when you get to 8, you go ahead and carry. All right, nice, guys, who got it down here. Answer is 100. So again, when you get to 8, you carry. Like normally in base 10, you would get to 10 and then you would carry, but in base 8, you get to 8 and you carry. So like 6 plus 6 is 8. You'd carry that over here. It becomes 0. 6 plus 1 is 8. Again, you carry 1, 0, 100. 100. Okay, moving on. Nice. Okay, so a little bit of a harder one. What is 132 plus 441 in base 5? So like again, if you write something in base something, this is how you write it. You write it as a subscript. So this is 132 in base 5. So that's just how you write 132 in base 5. So 132 plus 441 base 5. It's a little bit harder to write on this thing. Okay. I'll give you guys a little bit more time to work it out. All right, I see you guys got it down here. Nice job. It's 1123. I'll explain it. So this is all in base 5. So again, we can't have any digit greater than 4. So see, that all works here. They're all less than 5. Okay. So again, add these two. 2 plus 1 is 3. It's less than 5, so we don't have to worry about it. We just write that down here. And then 4 plus 3 is 7. But we can't have 7 since it's in base 5. So we carry 1 up here. And then 7. When you carry that 5 up here, it becomes 2. So we write 2. And then 4 plus 1 is 4, 5, 6. So 6, we also can't have 6. So that's 6, since 6 is greater than 4. 6 carries 1, 5. So when you carry that 5, it becomes 1. And then you carry that 1, 5, and it comes down here. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3. So again, this is fine. You add it 3. 4 is 7. You carry one of those 5s. Becomes 2. And then 4 plus 1, 6, you carry 1, 1, 1. Okay, moving on. So this is a little chart, step by step, showing you again right here, 7, you reached 5, so you carry 1, and then you continue like that. Okay, so a little bit different now. Addition's probably the easier one. Now we're moving on to subtraction. So everybody do the first one in base 5. 2 minus 1 base 5. Should be nice and easy. Wait, where are all these 2's coming from? It's 2 minus 1, guys. It's okay. Yeah, nice. Okay, so really easy. 2 minus 1. Base 5, since no violations, normally 1, that's good. Okay, so everybody try the second one. 4 minus 2 base 5. Right, nice. 2. Nice and easy. 4 minus 2, no violations. Base 5. Okay, so a little bit harder. Now let's try 12 minus 4 in base 5. So this one's a little bit harder. It requires a little bit of thinking. Okay, right. So I'm going to scroll this one down. Okay. Right, so I'll work this one out real quick. I think most of you got the answer, 13. Yeah, nice. 13 is the correct answer, by the way. Okay, so 12 minus 4. So in base 5, this is a little bit different. So right here, 2, you can't subtract 4 from there. So you would always borrow 1, remember? So borrow 1 from here. And then, so initially, when it's base 10, you'd have 10 over here, and then 10 minus 4 plus 2. But since right here we have base 5, instead of adding 10 over here, you add 5. So you borrow 1 from over here, and then instead of 10 coming over, 5 comes over. So then 5 minus 4, and then 5, oh, I think the answer might be 3. Yeah, the answer is 3. Oh yeah, 3, okay, sorry. And then, yeah, nice. So 5 minus 4 is 1, and then 1 plus 2 is 3. And then this 1, since you borrowed it, just gets canceled out. So let me rewrite that real quick. Okay, 12 minus 4. So nice job. 3 is the answer. So again, 2 can't be subtracted, so you borrow 1 from over here. And then instead of 10 coming over, 5 comes over. So 5 over here. So then now it's 5 minus 4. Instead of 10 minus 4, it's 5 minus 4 plus 2. So 5 minus 4 is 1, plus 2, 3. Answer is 3. Okay, so try 31 minus 22 base 5. Right, nice job, guys. The answer is 4. I'll go through it real quick. Again, 1 can't subtract 2, so we borrow from over here, and then base 5, so 5 comes down here. Moving on to subtraction. So everybody do the first one in base 5. Could you mute yourself, please? Should be nice and easy. Thank you. Okay. Right, so instead of 10 coming over, 5 comes over, so 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So, nice job, guys. So, right, subtract the 1's column. You can't subtract 4. You need to borrow and regroup. So you borrow 1 from the 10's column, and then this 1 is now a 5, not a 10. So initially in base 10, it would be a 10. But since you're using base 5, it's a 5. So 5 comes up here, and then 5 minus 4 is 1, and then add that to 2, 3. So that's 12 minus 1. Okay. Onwards. So everybody do the first one. Should be relatively easy to do. 2 minus 1 in base 8. Right, nice. Answer is 1, so no trick there. So we'll just skip the second one, since you guys should already know that. And now let's do 12 minus 4 in base 8. Whoa, where are all these 10s coming from? If you got 10, rethink. Right, nice. Everybody got it, and I think the answer is 6. If you like initially when you look at it, it's just 12 minus 4. It's 8. 8 base 8 is 10, right? But you can't do that since when you borrow from over here, 10 doesn't come over. 8 comes over, and then 8 minus 4 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So don't get tricked by that. So again, you can't just subtract it since when you subtract it normally, you get a 10 over here, but since it's base 8, you have to use an 8 over here. Okay, see if you can do the last one. 31 minus 22 base 8. So like, see the hint? If you need to borrow 1 from the tens column, this one is an 8 now, not a 10. So you guys gotta remember that. Right, nice job, everybody. Seems to have gotten 7. Again, real quick, it's borrow from, since you can't subtract 1 from 2, you borrow 1 from over here. This becomes, oops, sorry, you borrowed 8, so this becomes 8. If you borrowed 10, it would become, if it was base 10, this would be 10. So 8 minus 2 is 6, plus 1, 7. Should be your final answer, as you see there. Okay, so we've done addition, and subtraction and bases, so let's try some multiplication. Okay, so first off, 1 times 1 in base 8, so you guys can get that. Right. Nice and simple. So there's no really trick behind that, it's just basically 1 times 1 base 8, which is 1. So it's okay. Again, we'll just skip this one since everybody knows it's 3. Okay, so try 2 times 4 in base 8. Okay, nice guys. 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So in base 8, so in multiplication, first you just multiply it out and then you convert it. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 can't be done in base 8, so basically this turns into a 10 because there's no 8 in base 8. There's only 7, 7 and below. Okay, try 2 times 6 in base 8. Right, I see everybody got 14 in the end. Nice job. So if you were to multiply it out normally, it equals 12. 12 is greater than 8, so that doesn't work. So it's basically 8 plus 4. This becomes 10. 10 plus 4 comes out to be 14 in the end. Okay. We're at 2 times 6. Let's try 3 times 6. Right, nice. Wow, everybody got it, I think. Okay, we can move on then. I'll explain it real quick. I didn't expect everybody to get that, but nice job. Okay, so this equals 18 initially, and we want to convert it to base 8. So you have an 8 already, and then another 8. That's 16, and then plus 2. So you have two 8s here and then a 2, so it's basically 2 times 8 plus 2, which is 22. It's a nice job, you guys, for getting that. Again, 3 times 6 is 18. 18 has two 8s in it, so 2 goes in the second digit, tens digit spot. And then 10 plus 10 plus 2, 22. Okay. So let's try 2 times 3 and base 5. Nice. Answer is 11. Good job, guys. Right. Okay. Let's try 3 times 3 and base 5. All right, nice job, guys, down here. So initially it equals 9, and then base 5 it equals 5 plus 4. 5 gets into a 10 plus 4 comes out with your answer of 14. Good job. Okay. Let's see if you guys get this one. Oh, what is 3 times 10 in base 8? All right, this one's a little bit tricky. Sorry. The answer is actually 30. So if you multiply 10 by 3, so when you multiply like larger numbers together, you basically write it like that. And then since 0, 0, 3 times 0, it's nothing. 0, there's no problem here. And then 3 times 1 is 3. No problem here. It's just 30. That's a little. Okay. Sorry. Express 42 base 5 as a base 10 numeral. So this one's like going back a little to where when I started talking about bases. So see who can get this one. 42 base 5 as base 10. So I covered this a little bit earlier in the class. Right, nice. I'm glad you guys got it down here. Very, very good. Okay, so again, so back when I started, I said like initially if you had 42 base 10, so the regular number system is in base 10, right? Nice job down here. So the regular number system is 4 times 10 plus 2. That's in base 10, and it's the number we always use, or that's the numbers we used before, so it's equals 42, which is very nice and easy. Now you're using base 5, though. So since you're doing 42 base 5, instead of multiplying by 10, now you have to multiply by 5. Since remember, initially you multiplied by 10, now it's base 5, you multiply by 5, and then 2. So it equals 22. So nice job down here. That's a good explanation. 4 times 5 to the power 1, 2 times 5 to the power 0. So that's a good explanation too. So that's a math counts handbook problem. 4 times 5. So that's basically 5 to the power 1, 5 to the power 0, 22. Okay. Okay. Now try this one. 1, 2, 3 base 8 as base 10. All right, this one's a little bit harder, but I'm glad most of you got it. So like he said up here, 1 times 8. Wait, what was the number? Number was 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1 times 8 squared plus 2 times 8 to the 1 times 3 times 8 to the 0, which is just 3, which equals 83. So normally, if it was 10, it would be 1 times 10 squared, which would be 100. 1 times 100 plus 20 plus 3, which equals 1, 2, 3. But since you have it in base 8 up here, you have 1 times 8 squared instead of 10 squared. Okay, onwards. Okay, so try 4003 base 5 as base 10. Base 5 as base 10. This one requires a little bit of calculation, actually. Right, so I see most of you got 503. Nice, or you three did. So again, this, if it was in base 10, which is what everybody uses, it would be 4 times 10 to the power 3. But since it's in base 5, you have to do 4 times 5 to the power 3. So like regularly there'd be 3 10s, but now there's 3 5s, so 5 to the power 3. And then once you add this up together, you should get 503. Okay. I hope you guys didn't see that. Okay, so so this is from math counts, a problem from math counts. 35 base 7 as base 10. Right, nice job, guys. 26 is the correct answer. So like initially, if you were to have 35 in base 10, which is our regular 35, 3 times 10 to the power 1 plus 5, which is 10 to the power 0, which is 1. So this would equal 35. But now that you have 35 to the base 7, you have to do 3. And instead of 10, it's 7 plus 5, which is 26. Okay. I think we're going to end on this one, which is a little bit harder. So what is the sum of 101 base 2 plus 1011 base 2? And express your answer in base 2. So this one's a little bit complicated. It's 2009 math count states. So see who can get that one. Oh, darn. Okay, thanks, man. Or thanks, person. I really appreciate that. You guys can always remind me if my mic's on mute. Great. I appreciate it. Thanks. Um, so again, if you didn't hear me, it's pretty self-explanatory. 1 plus 1, it's 2. That carries there. Again, 1 plus 1 carries 1 and then 1,000. So nice job, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Wait, there's one more 0. Oh, wait, sorry, yeah. This 1 carries right here, and it becomes 0. My bad. Right. Nice. Okay, thanks. One more thing before we end the class. If you guys could go on my forum, so this is what my forum is. So that's the program. So forums over here. And then if you could just like introduce yourself briefly on this thread, just like use your username and like what you would like to be called in class, and just sign in right here. That'd be really great. Okay, so thanks for being here at the class. I think we're gonna end it there. I guess I will see you guys next Sunday, hopefully. Right, we're ending right now. Yeah, you can sign in right after the class. That'd be great. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.